The last wave for Bitcoin has officially started. And on this video, I want to be exactly talk about where I will be taking aggressive profit on not only my Bitcoin trade, but also my Ethereum trade. And in this video, I will be giving you my exact price target because so far this cycle looks exactly the same like the 2017 Bitcoin bull market cycle. And that is why I can exactly break down what is most likely going to be happening next year. Of course, I will also discuss the most important data on the imminent short term. I'm going to be talking about some very important trends that are currently happening on the entire altcoin market. And this has always played out exactly like we're currently seeing. So today's video is going to be, of course, very crucial to understand here. So don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So first of all, congratulations everyone, because yesterday Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. And yes, if you've been watching the channel, we of course had this major trade on Bitcoin open and on Ethereum, and they are both very much printing of this moment of time here. But the question that I get so many times here is, where do you want to be exactly take profit? And that is what I'm going to be revealing right now here. So I think this is right now the last move for Bitcoin of this bull market, the last and final run for Bitcoin. And if you're clearly looking at the weekly time frame, what we're looking at right here is a parabolica. And if you don't know already, if you have been trading before, the parabolicas always end in one way, and that is of course with a blow off top. And what also exactly happened in 2017, we saw a parabolica, and of course it ended with a blow off top and then a major long consolidation before we went in towards the next bull market, right? Last cycle in 2021, it was not so like this. We didn't have this necessary blow of the scenario and this parabolica that we were creating. So this was of course a completely different scenario, and that is of course why I want to be looking at this cycle also a little bit differently. But one thing is for sure, and that is that everything is exactly repeating like 2021 and 2017 in terms of money flow here. Because yes, we are right now seeing Bitcoin is becoming a little bit more boring. Altcoins are starting to be pushing higher. We're starting to see, of course, Ethereum outperform Bitcoin. These are always things that happened at the end stage of the cycle. So, of course, it's an exciting period. And this period, what I am expecting if I'm looking at the data, is going to be staying here for another 2 months here. So we're probably going to see another 2 months of crazy runs on Ethereum, crazy runs on altcoins. And I think Ethereum can run all the way up to $6,000. Don't get me wrong here, but I don't want you to have the wrong mindset going in towards this bull market, because otherwise you are for sure going to be losing. So I want to be quickly discuss my price target for Bitcoin. And some people are saying, wow, you're so conservative, but this has been my price target all along from the bear market bottom. And the price target I'm looking at is $137,000 for Bitcoin. And that is where I will be aggressively starting to scale out of my positions. And yeah, you can't, of course, right now imagine Bitcoin going down right now because everything is going up. It's so euphoric. But guys, things can change very quickly. Let's say we're going to get recession fears drop on the market. The market can take a very big hit in a very short matter of time here. So make sure to always be prepared for that. But one thing is very nice here, and that there is now a 100% chance that we're going to get a rate cut in the September meeting, and potentially even two rate cuts in one meeting, so 50 basis points. So let's see how that's going to be going. Of course, right now, interest for altcoins is skyrocketing since, yeah, if you're looking at Google Trends and searching the word altcoins, it is absolutely going parabolic, which is of course great to see. Bitcoin is obviously breaking out of the bull flag scenario, and yes, if I'm just purely looking at the trades on Bitcoin, this is going to be going much higher. We are going to be seeing the next push towards the upside from off this point here, because the chart is clearly looking primed for another push higher. So I am very excited for Bitcoin. But of course, we're trying to break above that $122,000 level, which is the major resistance. But if we break that high, I think we're going to go all the way up towards about $137,000, where I think the majority of the resistance is going to get found for Bitcoin. So yeah, that is my price target. And of course, every single cycle on Bitcoin so far has always stopped out around the same timings. And that is basically where my entire thesis is also built around here. So we're seeing a similar structure like 2017. And we are seeing the timings exactly play out once again, also like 2017. And also the timings regarding to altcoins is also exactly playing out like it's supposed to do so. So that is, of course, very, very exciting. And yeah, I just want to be warning you for the fact that, of course, we are still going to be going higher for Bitcoin. At least that is what I'm expecting, but not for much, much longer. And guys, if you right now want to be trading yourself, and of course, I will be taking my profits on one of them, $37,000 aggressively on my Bitcoin trade here. I am probably even going to flip bearish on Bitcoin. I'm going to be opening up short positions. And if you also want to be trading just like me, if you right now sign up an account using that first link in today's video description on WeX, you will first of all get a 25% fee rebate, which makes WeX the cheapest exchange out there. And on top of that, guys, you can sign up using any of the links below, guys, because one of the links you can get a free $1,000 trade on Aptos, which I think is going to be skyrocketing anytime soon here. And the other one, you can sign up and win a free Bentley. So whatever you prefer, guys, but make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. Also, if you haven't already, join my private group here where I and 5 other professional traders are basically sharing all our thoughts on the market. And yeah, I think it's a very valuable group, so make sure to definitely join it right now here. So very, very exciting times here. Of course, this chart I discussed deeply in yesterday's video. And basically, it is right now Ethereum season, but at a certain point, it's going to be altcoin season where altcoins are going to be outperforming Ethereum. But that we have to just wait ever so slightly longer for this year. So very exciting. Yesterday also, we saw once again major inflows on the spot Ethereum ETF here. Over $700 million was bought by institutions. So guys, we are seeing this institutional pressure mount right now, which is of course absolutely insane here. And eventually this institutional money that now is flowing into Ethereum is going to get sucked out and go in towards the entire altcoin market, because that is always how the money flows here. And which is very interesting right now here is that about 9% here of the total Ethereum supply is either in hands of ETFs or in entities here. So very, very big what is currently happening. And of course, Tom Lee is his Bitmine company now holds about 1.2 million Ethereum, worth about $5 billion. But of course, he's raising another $20 billion to buy even more. So I really think the Ethereum run is very much sustained of a lot of you here. And I think it's going to be running much higher. Personally, my target is going to be $6,500. That is where I will be scaling out of my out of my Ethereum trade, which is now in about $846,000 in profit. And like you can see, I already set up my price target around $6,500. That is where I will be taking my aggressive full take profit here. And maybe if the scenario is going to be changing, I will be taking profits earlier. But of course, you have to be adaptive in a market, and I can't exactly tell you what is going to be happening tomorrow in terms of the news. So of course, I will be adaptive. And of course, Ethereum is very strong in terms of accumulation. The total two also looks very much similar like 2017, just like the Bitcoin cycle. So this also promises a very big run in the upcoming 6 to 7 weeks left in this Bitcoin bull market cycle. And of course, I do think that the Bitcoin downwards is going to be taking a big drop towards the downside, because this is what it always does at the end stage of the cycle. I mean, also the run on Ethereum looks still quite healthy. We are seeing relatively low funding rates, which is very great to see. And of course, the open interest is not particularly so high right now on Ethereum. But you have to expect that at a certain point, we are going to be seeing a retracement on Ethereum. But of course, any given dip at this moment of time here in this part of the cycle is really a very big opportunity. And of course, big opportunities I'm also looking at. One of the trades I announced yesterday, which was sitting on 45 cents here, now 55 cents, was Arbitrum. And this one was also shared in the Telegram group here. This is one of the trades I'm currently taking. I think Arbitrum is looking primed to see this push towards the upside, just like a few other coins like Wormhole, like Aptos. I think there are very good setups right now in the market. But of course, if you want to be knowing more about that, don't forget to check out the private group in the the third link in today's video description. So anyways, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, slap on that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.